Tonight's stories.
Disrespect.
Defense.
Baby shower.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Comfort Level Podcast. I'm Buddy, and I'm here with
Rudolph.
Elf number 4.
Santa.
It's really nice to get everybody together. It's been really nice.
Yeah, man.
I missed you guys.
I missed you too.
You know, it's a busy time of year. We need this time to kind of, just get together.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, here Santa goes again.
I mean, you're like scheduling everybody, so it's like,
We're busy.
yeah.
Well, not me though.
We're busy.
Yeah.
Who do you think organizes all of this?
Mrs. Claus, to be real with you, like, to be real, Mrs. Claus is doing a lot
How
of
come
the
everybody's talking
administrative-
about Mrs. Claus? There's been some resurgence of Mrs. Claus everybody's talking about. I work
She
hard.
does all the work.
She
kinda
does.
you roll into the sleigh drunk usually.
That
I
was
didn't know
one
we were
year.
going to talk about
Off that
that.
eggnog.
Okay.
That was 1 year.
It seems like
It
you
was
took him
last
back to
year,
egg. It was
but-
last year. And the year before, I'm pretty sure.
That eggnog was
Okay,
definitely spiked.
I was the
shared.
year before. I just a little tipsy, max.
Right. But we got the Christmas spirit up, so it was fine.
It's fine.
People still believe.
It was fine. It's been fine, buddy.
It's been a little bit different for me because I live in New York now. Remember, I
Buddy
I
doesn't
wasn't the
work,
best
yeah.
elf, so
Yeah.
I live in. Sorry, I don't mean to say the E word. I feel like you get upset at that.
Oh, no.
I can't believe
Ever
it.
since I found out I was a human, because
As
remember
a
I thought
human,
I
you
was
should
an
not
elf.
be able to
Yeah,
say-
you can't
And you're
say
saying
that.
it again. You continue to say the E word. This is crazy.
Well,
You know
I
that's
grew
only a
up.
word
I
me and my
grew.
people can say.
I grew up thinking that I
And
was an elf,
reindeers,
and I
right?
found out that I had
So now
some.
you're doing it on
Reindeers
purpose.
He's E
Can
word
reindeers say it?
adjacent.
Thank you.
I found out that I had some
But can you-
humid.
I like your respect. I'm going to need human buddy to respect.
Can reindeer say it? You know,
Yeah, reindeers, you
Okay.
dogs.
So reindeers can say it, but humans can't.
Okay, but what about Santa?
Santa, you're going to do whatever you're going to do.
And that's true.
Yeah. It's not like I can tell you anything. You're going to do what you're going to do.
I am
Well, anyway, ever since I found out that I wasn't an E word,
elf.
thank you.
Okay,
you for
well,
adding
don't be
that.
so eager to say it.
yeah, like,
You excited to say it. That's
So we're not gonna.
that was a hard F on that one.
you
She had a hard F.
the elf. She said it with her chest.
Ever since I found out I wasn't a magical creature, it's been a
Yeah.
little tough. Finding
get-
out
you know,
that I
it
have
is
a lot of
tough.
human heritage in me, almost 100%.
100%,
Actually, 100%. Yeah.
So you're saying it's tough to live in New York on your dad's dime, doing nothing with no job. It's tough.
And married and in love and
Oh, and you have love, you have a relationship.
happy,
Whoa.
genuinely
so
happy.
where's the hard part? Where's the
Yeah,
part
Well,
you're
I miss
struggling?
you guys. I mean, I didn't know you because you were working on the Polar Express, I
Yeah,
believe.
I was.
But I mean, I missed you, Santa. I'm really happy that you said you missed us because I'm like, I didn't know you knew who I. Well, you knew who I was. I was a
know
pretty
who you
big
guys
nuisance.
All are. I know every one of you guys.
I feel like you're putting on a persona because you're being recorded.
No.
You're very like a slave master.
Okay,
Like-
let's not label it like that.
Okay.
I am a boss and a CEO.
Oh,
Okay,
Right.
this
That's
is an
words you could say.
establishment. Things must be done. We must prepare. We must be ready.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, if
At the
you
expense
guys
of
will,
our lives. Though.
okay, you guys are dilly dallies.
And health.
Are you not?
Yeah. Our
well,
health.
Do you guys dilly dally?
not
You're
your boy.
talking.
Rudolph has
You're
something
talking
to
a
say.
lot,
Yeah.
Rudolph, for somebody who we just found out has a skiing problem.
Look, everybody has to keep up the productivity. It's the holidays. I'm going skiing so that we can get everything done in a reasonable amount of time.
Did you know that's why his nose is red all the time? Is
Yeah.
because he likes to step up to the line.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And we've been good ever since.
And you've employed him.
As long as the job gets done.
Wow.
That's the environment that Santa brings.
There she is.
I
That's
need
the
job
Santa's back.
doers. I
Santa's
need job
back.
doers.
Your
You get the
lead
job done.
reindeer is an addict.
Oh well, does he
only
get,
on 2 days a
Weirdly,
year.
only does it
Two
on
day-
the days he
First
works.
of all, 2
Summer
days a year.
solstice and Christmas.
But it's enough to send you to the hospital a few times. Like, it's enough. It's worrying. Because once December 27th comes around, we are worried about you.
Yeah.
Blitzen's been going on. Like Blitzen's like, we need to get him into an intervention.
I'm sorry, but I think he's fine.
Of course you would say.
I think
All you
he's
care about
fine.
is business and the bottom line at the end of the
You remind me
day.
of my dad.
You know what?
And he's a
children of
successful
the world are
businessman.
happy.
Again, I'm living off of his dime, but
Children, you guys all knew what you signed up for. Did you not?
We
I
were
was
raised-
born into
yeah,
this.
we
I
were-
didn't have a choice.
we were
Well,
born
Yeah,
into
I
it.
would love to
I could
leave.
just fly one day, and they were just
And
like,
I was
"Oh, get on
born
my sleigh." I was like,
I've said it
into it.
before and I'll say it again. We all have our own
close.
cross to bear. We do.
Right.
Okay?
What
So-
cross do you have to bear, Santa?
Why is that funny, Santa?
Yeah, Santa.
Yeah.
Getting all these toys across the world. You think that's easy?
So you're
One
working
night?
one day a year.
I think it's the hardest job. Okay. One day.
People are they're building toys the entire year round. The only day they get off is Christmas.
Listen.
And you have the help of magic.
You use literal magic to just go around.
Being a holiday
and flying reindeer.
figure post.
Yeah.
Okay.
High flying reindeer.
People
High-
have high expectations. Children, they're expecting their toys under the tree. Okay. That's heavy. Okay. When I lay down at night, I have insomnia. Why? Because I'm scared of letting
Oh.
down the children of the world. Duh. That's a heavy burden to bear.
I didn't know about that.
I didn't know about
Yeah.
I don't talk about it. And you guys press.
That's actually on me saying I'm sorry. I didn't.
You guys kept pressing.
That is on
Yeah.
Russian then.
And now I'm getting a
Because
little
you seem so
emotional.
jolly, but I didn't.
Because I have to be.
Yeah, it's definitely a
God.
personality trait you have. So
Hey,
I'm
Santa needs
It's
therapy.
I'm forgetting
I
that
have to
there's-
be jolly.
I'm forgetting there's a facade behind the jolly.
Not everything is what it seems.
That's my bad. I still would like to talk about like the pay and like
Yeah,
how
we
we
don't
can
have to have that talk right
Right,
now.
because we're doing the gift exchange.
Okay, well,
Let's
pay
move on.
later. We'll talk about the pay later.
Okay, so we were doing the gift exchange, which Santa, because I haven't seen you so long, I brought you some cookies. I don't know if you wanted any.
Thank you. I love cookies.
Okay, we
This
we
is
have
what
some
fuels me.
some lemon sugar cookies.
Oh.
Or some chocolate chip with toffee, delicious in the middle there. And then we have chocolate chip crispy cookie with like walnuts.
You know, I haven't had a chocolate chip with toffee, so I think I'm gonna have to do that.
What a spread.
It's a middle one right there.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Rudolph, would you like a carrot? I got those specifically for you.
I mean, yeah, sure.
But I also got you cookies if you wanted.
You know, I wasn't gonna say
I'm
anything.
gonna grab one of these,
Thought you
guys.
just give him a carrot 'cause he's a reindeer.
Yeah, but honestly, he's so unhealthy with his lifestyle as is. I'm
Guess
like,
this is not gonna hurt.
yeah.
Just
Can you,
stick your hoof into it.
Can
Oh my god,
Just
that
hoof
is a
into
hoof.
it.
Wow.
There you go. So my gift is for Buddy.
Buddy.
Actually, I do have to break the facade a little bit. It's for Maddie.
Oh,
Okay.
And since we're doing Secret Santa, I actually kind of broke what it was because this is technically not a gift.
Oh.
This is something that Maddie had me make for her, and I forgot to give it to her. So I just wrapped it up, and this is the time.
Perfect.
Because all know Maddie is the queen of comfort level podcasts. And she makes us say, Your Highness, off when we're off the camera. She's like, Your Highness. And we have to like bow every time she enters in a room. So she had me make this for her like 6 months ago, forgot about it. But it finally came in and I wanted to make sure you had it.
it's funny because I won't be tricked again because you had the same spiel from last year where I almost was like, oh, is this like a genuine gift? And then you gave me the hat that said I pee in pools.
You should remember this. You told me to make this for you, Your Highness.
Would it be?
It's just an AI picture of me. No way.
She actually sat for that. I can't believe we forgot all about this, man.
That's crazy. That's
How
literally
many
an
hours did you
AI
have to
picture.
sit
of me.
She sat for a week. A guy did this for
That
her.
looks good.
That's pretty
Sat for a
cool.
week, girl.
And she forgot about it.
Oh my
So
God.
that's
Wow.
our queen.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Maddie.
It looks exactly like me. Also, I am Buddy, but I'm giving a little bit of Ice Spice dressed up as Buddy the elf.
And it's looking good.
You've never looked better.
You should have dressed like this when you sat.
I should have,
for
yeah.
the portrait.
Very cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. but it was also you told me to do it.
Can you hit me?
I can't.
Rudolph's kind of constricted.
Oh man.
Okay, I guess I can.
Get my boy some slack.
whoa.
Get my boy some slack.
I ain't got
Okay.
thumbs.
Cut him some
So
slack.
this is for generic elf number 4.
I appreciate that, man.
I can't believe he can say it.
You know,
He's been through the struggle. So.
because it's like I would like see you out there and outside, you know,
Yeah.
and you're like struggling because of sun. So this is something that will really help you out.
Okay. It's very sweet of you. I don't know if this is-
Courtesy of Buddy the Elf, he needed some help.
I love
I
that.
don't know what that is.
So-
It's nothing. Oh!
Wow.
Wow.
And that is a look.
This is coming on the cruise. This is coming on the cruise. You bet I'm wearing this
That
on the
looks
cruise.
very good.
Thank you. These are dope. These are actually really cool.
My gift is for Santa,
Oh,
but
Santa.
I don't know about how it was on your side of the pole, but when we saw Santa, we called him SJ.
Okay.
So this is for you. Just so you know, you could just slice this guy open here and it
Okay.
pops open.
Oh, it pops open.
It does. Well, no, you'll have to open it, but
Okay. Okay.
Middle name, Santa J. Claus.
Jack.
Santa Jr., by the way.
Santa. Thank you. Thank you for your.
Yeah, we were very confused where that J came from.
Oh, no. What is this?
And I think today in particular, with the way things went at the North Pole, this might actually be beneficial.
Oh my God. Wait, hold on.
Big bomba clot.
Bomba clot.
SJ's last nerve. Oh, look, it's on fire. The way things literally went at the North Pole today.
Yep.
That made me tardy. Oh.
I'll smell it.
Oh.
I did actually try to have it be a good scent, but can I
This
smell it?
is
I
a
never.
good scent.
I forget which one I picked, but
It's giving like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
eucalyptus.
bring that around here.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
That smells
Hey,
good.
smack
That smells
around.
that smells good.
No.
I know. I'm gonna,
Oh,
okay, you
no.
can't be
Okay,
huffing and puffing
no.
stuff.
Okay.
Specifically
Rudolph.
you.
Stop.
Rudolph.
Okay.
We know, guys.
Oh, wow.
We gotta keep them
Smells
fresh
good.
for Christmas.
Oh, that's good.
That is good.
I promise.
Rudolph, just pass it.
yeah, just
Rudolph.
Rudolph, just pass it.
Rudolph,
Please.
pass it.
Please.
Rudolph. Oh my God,
Somebody take it from him.
his nose is
Thank
already
you.
starting to glow a little bit. That's
Jeez.
crazy.
This is so real. I actually love this so
Yeah.
so much.
Santa,
'cause-
let's run the place tonight.
Well, Rudolph, this is for you. I don't know. I thought you'd enjoy it.
You really didn't know, Santa.
It's like she doesn't know.
Look,
about-
Santa doesn't even know how to wrap a gift. That's how lazy Santa is.
That's why I keep people employed. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All you have to do is wrap one gift for.
Oh.
Do you love it?
And then Santa's face. Is it, do you love it or what?
Because I know
Is that
exactly
not
what
the
it
best
is.
thing you've ever gotten?
Oh my
From
gosh.
me
For
specifically?
me specifically, I literally got that and I was like, yeah, it's got your name on it.
It's got me written all over it. I'm about to make movies now. Just give me that
Hey.
extra line. Just give me that
No,
extra
you
line.
So
don't need
you
to
have
go
hands
crazy.
now.
Yeah, somehow you're gripping this. Really.
Yeah, you're gripping that specific.
It's
yeah.
it was the Christmas magic I put sprinkled over top
Oh.
that
Yeah.
allows.
Hands, give him a
That
posable
allows
thumb.
Ru-
To open up the thing. Oh, see, now I can't even. Oh, now I can't even use it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take one. You better make a movie.
That's a wrap.
Okay, can you now introduce us into the prank scene?
Prank scene. Take one and only one.
Hello? Hey, what's up? What you doing with the knife, Sam?
Huh?
What you doing with the knife?
Hey, chill with the knife, bro. Hey, chill with the knife. Hey, dog. Hey, chill, man.
I just cut myself.
I want a nice big slice.
What kind of cake is it, Sam?
Vanilla buttercream.
Okay, good choice.
But you know, I'm not gonna say that
Cut my film cake?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's
Film
a-
cake?
Yeah.
You my cousin. Hey, hey.
Okay.
Did y'all get pictures
Well-
of first?
Yeah, we got pictures.
Okay. Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys all for coming.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, wait. Steph!
Steph.
Steph!
Hurry up into the kitchen. Come on, hurry.
Come.
I got a film cake, so.
Oh.
Is
It's
there
a successful film.
successful film?
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Is it ice
This
cream
cake is thick.
Wait, what?
Is it ice cream cake?
It's cardboard.
No way.
Wow, he's sick.
Oh, no.
You are an evil man. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah.
I do have.
The hat.
Oh, it's the
They're passing it back and forth.
Yeah.
That's wild. And look at the way he carved it out. Like, he really took a knife.
That was a good game.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is better than the cake, actually.
Oh, that's so
I'm kind of
good.
disappointed because I really wanted the cake.
Well, I wanted to do a real.
So you guys have some explaining to do, specifically out of character Sam and Brandon.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, do I explain all the way? Like
Yeah, you gotta start
what?
with
What?
Well, I think you could talk about
Okay.
what we were doing that night and what it turned into.
What are we talking about?
Oh, you're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Okay.
So, this is very important to me because I released my first documentary.
Not the harmonizing.
and you know, I was thinking about it and I was like, oh, bet it'd be cool to have a watch party and have all the cast that was in this documentary, i.e. everybody on these couches and a few friends of the show. And I was like, let's have a watch party with all the cast while it goes live. And I was like, perfect. So I invited everybody and
everybody else that was going to be going on a future cruise.
yeah, and everybody else that was going to be going on the future cruise. And so everybody starts coming in. Sam comes in with a big box. This big box has a cake on it, on the inside of it. And I'm like, oh, what the heck? And the cake says, "You, my cousin." It's this thick, beautiful looking cake, layers of frosting. I mean, I was so ready to tear into this cake. And then Sam, tell him what happened.
So I was so excited for Brandon's documentary and I wanted to celebrate him. But I also think this would be a good opportunity to do something else for Brandon. As people on the podcast know, me and Brandon have been engaged in a little hat exchange.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me right now?
You gotta present it a certain way. So I want you to go ahead and try this on. Try this on.
That's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
You monster. Well played, sir.
Ski mask.
Okay, you gotta play it. You gotta play it.
What's in it?
Is there something in it? Oh.
Oh, is there?
Yes.
What?
Yes! The hat is returned!
Are you sure it's in this cloud that we're sitting on?
I thought it was this cloud, but it could have been the cloud over there.
Guys, we're still in the same living room.
Okay, well, Mom, I checked my cloud.
Yeah,
Sam checked his cloud,
my
so check
cloud.
your cloud, okay?
Check your cloud, please.
It's not.
Oh,
It's not.
Oh no. And I thought, what would be a wonderful time to give him a gift on the eve of his documentary opening? So inside that beautiful cake, it wasn't a cake.
Wait, no, now I gotta explain this. He's like, all right, everybody gather around so we can cut the cake. And I take it was a sharp knife, but it wasn't that sharp. So I didn't have that much faith. But I was like, oh, dang, this is like a thick cake. So I'm like over here like, wait, what the heck? And then I pull it out and I'm like, oh, okay, let me just go get a sharper knife. Me just thinking it's a knife.
A sharper knife for a cake.
And Sam grabs the knife out of my hand, stabs it directly into the cake, and that's when I realize
Something's wrong.
this ain't no cake. This ain't no cake, man. And then he lifts the cake, and I was like, it really wasn't a cake. And he lifts up the bottom. I see a plastic bag, and I see the hat just in the plastic bag under styrofoam.
Oh my
styrofoam.
A circular piece of styrofoam. By this point, you've seen the entire video. We played the entire video through by this point. But yeah, a circular cake. We should show Santa.
How did you?
Yeah.
How did you make this
I
yourself?
made it myself.
You got too much freaking free time. Oh my god.
Well, I want to shout out Imagine. She helped me with the frosting because when you see it, it looks
Real.
Yeah.
it looks like a cake.
Somebody show me this video. Who has it?
I got it on my phone. I'll show you after.
I think you sent it to the group chat, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Sam, that's insane. What made you think to do this?
Well, here's the thing. I wanted to do it on the cruise. That was the plan, was actually to do it on the cruise. I was going to get like the waiters when they're doing the dancing to dance and sing and then present the hat out of like the middle. Yeah. And I was like, but I'm like, there's so much work I have to do to like make sure that goes right. Mm-hmm. And it's just when he texted, he was like, I'm doing a party. I'm going to do a watch. I'm like,
bingo.
You would never expect me to do it then. And so the first plan was like, get a real cake, bake a hat into a cake. I talked to a bakery. They're like, that's really hard to do. And it was the week of Thanksgiving, so I couldn't actually get someone to make it. I was like, okay, can I do a fake cake? My friend had sent me like a gift box cake someone had made. I'm like, well, I want it to look like a cake. So I found a thing they practice cakes on. This is like what they actually use to frost and practice. I'm like, I got 2 of those and I got them in. I melted a knife to cut the hole in because it's hard to cut styrofoam. So I cut the hole. That's why it's all jagged on the bottom. Because it's like I ruined a knife just melting the thing. I found the decorations that were like film stuff. I'm like, oh, those are a nice touch. And then Imagine's so good at artistic. She wrote the "You're My Cousin," did the edges on it that make it really look like a cake.
Oh my God.
We put little sparkles and things on it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That looked like an actual cake.
I was getting more and more proud. I was like, oh my God, this actually might work. The only thing I was scared of was coming in. I was like, I didn't want someone to grab it from me because it is light. So I'm like, people will know then. Your mom scared me because when I put it on the thing, she went to go like move it. And I'm like, no, I got it. So I'm like, I don't want anyone to unbox it because if you unbox it, it might like shake in a weird way that a cake wouldn't shake. I was like, I'll do all this stuff. I didn't know how I was going to get you to cut it, but you offered it. You were like, I'm going to cut the cake. Everyone come in there. So you just did that part for me because I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to get people to see it. So Brandon did half my job. That was the part I was worried about. And it just worked out perfectly. It fell into place.
That was good.
You explaining it though, it reminds me of how it was for me too. Just like when you just see everything just like, oh no, this couldn't have gone any better.
I'm like, everything is working out.
The pranks are getting so intense. It's crazy.
I mean, they're getting elaborate.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those ones like, it's just like, dang, he got me good. One of those rule of the day.
Yeah, I think my favorite moment was him saying, no way. That made me, no way. I was like, yes.
Well, the thing
Yes way.
like I said, when I cut into it, I was like, this is thick. And then right as I said, this is thick, and Sam grabs the knife and stabs it in, I was like, that's because you're cutting into the hat, you idiot. But then when I saw him pick it up, I was like, no, I wasn't. And I was like, it was oh.
Dude, that's crazy.
When I saw the hat reveal, I was like shocked. I don't think my face changed very much, but inside I was like, it's the hat. There's no cake.
I really should have got a cake. That is the one. That's the bad thing about the entire thing, because it was all we had was like popcorn and candy. The cake would have been perfect. A cake would have been nice to have there.
A nice touch.
So I
and Rubik floats.
Everyone was so sad. Everyone was like, "Where's the cake?" And they're like, "So it's not a cake?" And I'm like, "No."
Is my boyfriend the asshole for defending me against his mom?
Yep.
Oh.
What? You said yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I feel like I know this one.
He probably does.
I don't. I think this was nice.
I believed you.
No, we actually get a lot of stories. There's actually tons of stories coming in here now.
Is my boyfriend the asshole for defending me against his mom? Last night, we went to dinner with my boyfriend's 30 male family, which was 11 of us. Mom, dad, 4 siblings, 2 spouses, my boyfriend, and myself. We are generally close with his family and spend a considerable more amount of time with his side of the family than mine. I, 27 female, am 35 weeks pregnant for the first time and am a rather small person. I'm 5 feet tall, and before pregnancy, I was 100 pounds, but am now 151 pounds.
100 pounds?
50.
$150?
Yeah.
100
Pre-pregnancy
before,
or post-pregnancy?
100 before.
100 and then gain
after.
50.
All right, girl.
The additional weight is all belly. Even though I stood to gain some extra weight, my belly really pops. I started having early contractions last week, and his family is always checking on me, which is so endearing. At dinner, his mom got up and came over to us as we were seated on opposite/far sides of the table and asked me how I was doing, and then proceeded to grab my belly with no warning. My boyfriend instantly told her not to touch me without asking first, and she responded with, "I can touch my granddaughter." And my boyfriend responded with, "You can, but you're not actually touching her, you're touching my girlfriend." His mom seemed pretty peeved and just went back to her seat without saying anything. His family is pretty relaxed, but I've never seen my boyfriend be so defensive about something. I didn't mind that he stood up for me because people grab my belly often. I suffer from PTSD due to childhood abuse and am not used to people just grabbing me or touching me, as I'm not a very touchy person. I really did appreciate him doing that for me because I've told him how shocking it is when people just come up and grab me or don't ask to touch the belly. I wouldn't have said anything to her because this isn't the first time she's done it, and I don't have the energy currently to be so assertive. But after telling some coworkers, I got mixed reviews on his actions. Most people were cheering him on, but some people thought it was a little snappy. So is he the asshole or a good partner? I vote good partner.
Me too.
Me 3.
Me 4.
Me 5.
Put your hoof down.
Shouldn't you be 4?
Yeah, I guess.
But you're 2. Interesting.
You want to say it so bad, don't you? Yeah, I think mom was probably peeved off because I think older generations didn't have or they feel like they didn't have the ability to like push off on these social norms where people would just grab your stomach and grab on you and like, hey, there's a baby. Blah, 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 blah. Now people are more willing to stick up for themselves and like show their bodily autonomy. I don't like how it's jiggling when I'm talking.
It's like, yeah.
It's like, yeah, you tell it. So the boyfriend just saying like, hey, this is her body. Just don't grab it without asking. That's a simple thing. Mom, can you
Bare minimum.
you want somebody grabbing up on you, mom? And then you should grab the mom's stomach to get back at
Just
her.
like poke her belly button. She's like, hey.
You like
Yeah.
that? So I think I'm happy with it. We always talk about, oh yeah, maybe it wasn't done in the best way, but I don't think that matters that much. I think he's just doing what in the moment he stood up. Maybe he could have said it softer, but the general message of it was the right thing to do. So
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with what he did.
yeah.
And I like that he stood up for her. And I like that she still thinks he's the good partner. She's just confused of like, okay, so some people are saying this is weird because I'm like, that's not weird. He's standing up for me when I didn't stand up for myself.
Yeah.
To his family too, which is even nicer. Like he's like, you don't have to do that with my family. I can do that.
I got you.
Yeah. So I thought it was really nice.
Yeah.
Elf number 4, buddy. I completely agree with you guys. Very cut and dry. Hell yeah, man.
Because sometimes I feel like it's the same energy of when people get mad about potentially getting rid of college debt. And I'm like, well, I had to pay college debt, so why did these people not get to pay college debt?
Yeah.
Like, I had my stomach grabbed, so why don't you get to have your stomach grabbed? It's like that same energy. It was like, well, this is a good thing, so maybe we should be happy for them people and not try to make we all should go through the bad experience. We all need to go through the same thing. No, we don't. We learned, and maybe this is a way forward that we go now.
Yeah. Or like with, I mean, this isn't happening yet, but with Social Security it's seemingly we're not going to have Social Security when we get older, but we're still paying into, like, we know we're not expecting it, but we're paying into it. And so it's like,
you need to do something about that.
Enough people aren't saying, hey, yeah, you guys can stop paying Social Security, which somebody had a good idea, which was everybody that they can promise paying Social Security, they will continue paying up until they retire because it's going to be for them. But for the people that don't have that for them, they're not paying because they're not going to get that like thing in the future. So like, let's say if you're born after 97, you're not paying anymore for Social Security.
I'm on the chopping block. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're not paying anymore for Social Security because you're not going to get it.
Dang.
But everybody else, 1997 and up, you pay into the system because you will be receiving it for the rest of your life. But everybody else, you have that money. It's not going to be taxed. You can use that for like investing yourself, or they direct you. It's like a law where it's like you have to invest that in some type of fund or something, but you have control of investing it. I forget who had that idea, but I thought that was an interesting one.
It would never work.
Yeah.
You could never get people to agree to like what that age is and like why do they get to be the cutoff and why don't we?
Well, yeah, they would have to be honest and be realistic of.
And there's no way to know when it will end. Because I think this is what happens with companies and pensions. Like pensions are like kind of a thing of the past because they would run out of money. But my job still has a pension, and yeah, it does.
Dang.
And they do like health of the pension over and like trying to keep it. And they're like, okay, we feel good about it, but it's reliant on the stock market, so you never know whether 1 year just cuts away and then we're all screwed and we're like, oh, we all paid into it. It's like suckily like not a necessary evil, but it's like something we're stuck with.
Legally gambling.
Yeah, that's what I feel like Social Security is like. We can't get rid of it because it would be so hard to get rid of it. Mm-hmm. So we're just going to wait till it to fail, and y'all going to have to suck it up and deal with it.
Why are you surprised that he has pension? You're the one that's providing that.
Oh no, Santa spent all the pension money, didn't you? Santa.
Oh my
We're
God.
rebalancing the budget as we speak.
Santa rebalancing?
We are rebalancing as we speak. Nobody has to worry.
Because how old are you?
Okay.
1,000 years old or
Wow, kind of
Nobody has.
Damn.
We don't have to worry.
750.
750? But when's the retirement age?
Wait, why'd you put another 250 years on my... do I look that old?
Oh, how old are you?
I'm 750 years old.
Yeah, so I said 750. It was just a
You
guess.
said 1,000.
It was just a guess.
Because I thought I've been doing good on the skincare routine, but I guess not.
No, I think you do.
And
I just don't know.
We should really focus on the skincare. Let's stay right there.
What about my
And
future?
we don't. The future
Are
of
you
your
exfoliating
skin.
with black ice or?
Oh,
The
my-
future of your
Wow.
skin is very important.
See the people you stick close to and allow to say the E word because they jump on you so quick. I would never jump on you this quick.
Oh
and
no,
I
I'm
could
saying
say
it
the
is
E
working.
word.
You
Oh.
exfoliating with the black ice? It's working.
I need Santa to explain what happened to the
Actually, yeah,
So many
That's
distractions.
there's a lot of distractions,
But like I
that's what I've
said,
been focused
right.
Yeah,
But
what
like
happened to
I
our
said,
pensions?
we are
you should
rebalancing
do
now, and then I will get back to you guys as soon as the balancing elves
When do you
are
expect
done.
that balancing to complete?
As soon as the busiest time of the year is over, you know, you got, like I
'Cause-
said, we're in peak right now, guys.
We are in peak, but
We're
I'm
always
saying,
in peak because the day after Christmas, you have us instantly working
No,
again.
this year,
Yeah, maybe
guys.
we put the
this
hooves
year,
down.
This year, don't put the hooves down. Keep
Maybe
them
we
up.
put-
Keep them up. Keep them up.
Strike.
Listen.
Strike.
Before we start that, listen to what I gotta say.
Thank you, buddy.
Strike.
The week after,
Strike.
the week after Christmas,
Strike.
the week after Christmas,
Strike.
the hooves are touching the ground.
you guys have 48 hours off.
48 hours is
We got the whole
crazy.
year off. Wait, that's no. Hooves are going to touch the ground. Okay.
48
Hooves
hours
to
off
snow.
paid.
Santa, that's still worse than
Time
like
and a
a
half.
human in
Double
America's time off.
48 hour.
Where you get probably like an average of 14
Double time.
days a year.
2 weeks for the average. We're getting 2 days.
No, you're getting a bonus 48 hours tacked on to.
So where do you add this time, Santa?
we're adding?
And this is happening after the rebalance, and you're going to add after the rebalance.
And
Correct.
another thing,
All right.
I need you to start telling people to leave those carrots out, because apparently this was news to people.
I'll tell them.
Rudolph, that's such a minor problem.
No, you're right, Rudolph. Let's talk about these carrots. How do we get the message out there to these
Rudolph, you
individuals
completely
that
took-
we need to keep leaving out the carrots?
Santa's stealing our pension, and you're talking about all these
reindeer,
carrots?
they
I don't
work
know how to pay.
hard.
I have hooves. I can't pay for anything.
These reindeer work hard. They need
Oh my
the
gosh.
energy
Now
to get
Santa's off.
across the world.
Santa's a
Leave out
slumlord,
these
man.
carrots.
Santa.
Leave out the carrots. We're boosting the supply with our carrot farmers. We're working.
In the comments, I
That's
need you
where
all to
the-
call out Santa. Call out Santa for unfair work practices.
Hashtag
They're
Elvis
very-
Stealing
matter.
our pay.
They're fair.
STSL, Santa the Slumlord.
Santa the slumlord. Write in the comments. I want people to rise up.
STSL.
We're making it. We're balancing right now.
Hashtag STSL rise up in the comments.
Why do we need a rise up?
We need a movement. Am I the asshole for going no contact with my family and my husband's family because they had my baby shower without me?
No, what? Now hold on. You had the okay.
They're pregnant. She's pregnant.
They had the baby shower without.
The pregnant woman.
I feel like that's the only required person.
Yeah.
And when you think of concepts like this, it's just like, what the hell goes through your mind?
Am I the asshole for going no contact with my family and my
Oh,
husband's
yeah.
family because they had my baby shower without me? This situation happened right after the height of COVID in August of 2020. 1, my husband worked in a hospital with active COVID patients. 2, all of my in-laws were high risk for contracting COVID. 3, at the time, pregnancy didn't make you high risk. We were still learning about the disease. Now I believe it does, not sure. 4, if I were to have a baby shower, it would be towards the end of my pregnancy because that's when I would feel comfortable that the likelihood of a miscarriage is lower. COVID was pretty rough on all of us. At that time, I had a 3-year-old and I was pregnant with really, really bad nausea, as well as aches and pains that seemed never ending. The nausea didn't even go away with medication. I did my best to stop it and just continued life as normal as possible, even though we were stuck inside and all of our activities were no longer happening. My husband, as I mentioned, worked in a hospital. He dealt with COVID patients. Because of this, we were extremely careful. When he came home, he would remove his clothes and shoes in the garage. He would immediately put them in the washing machine. He would bathe in our downstairs bathroom and then would come up to see us. We would sanitize and wear masks when necessary. Basically, we followed protocols that were told to us at the time. My in-laws, however, had different plans, which they are entitled to. They didn't quarantine, they didn't socially distance, they shared masks and had large gatherings at their houses, one of which was a wedding in their backyard. I didn't want to go, but my husband convinced me. We wore masks, social distance, and didn't go inside the house. I will admit I was angry because I was told everyone would be wearing masks except the bride and groom, but no one did. I maintained my distance and I told myself I'm not doing that again. It was obvious that I was trying to stay safe, my husband included. It's very hard to keep a 3-year-old away from the people he loved, and I sincerely was doing it for their benefit, knowing that we were the ones who could contract it, since my husband worked in healthcare, and could give it to his family. One of my sister-in-laws kept telling me that she would see us in a few weeks, and I was confused at that at first, but didn't think much of it because I was too nauseous and tired and dealing with my toddler to try and decipher what that meant. When it came closer to the date, I had a feeling that she was throwing me a baby shower. However, I'm not a baby shower person. I don't mind if other people have them, I just don't like them for myself. I had one for my first kid, and I told my mom and sister-in-law explicitly that I am only doing this for you and because this is the first grandchild on both sides. They knew this before my first baby shower, and they definitely knew this while planning this one. My husband has since told me that he told them I wouldn't like it. Because of this feeling, I texted my sister-in-law a few days before the date. She told me, I asked if she was having a baby shower for me, and she said yes. I told her that I'm not going to be able to attend. I have very bad nausea, as I had been having, especially lately, and I'm tired. And most importantly, it would be irresponsible of me or her to have something like this, given the current circumstances. We were literally a town that had just become red, which meant that numbers were going up pretty severely, and they were warning us to maintain 6 feet and whatever else advisory. I also told her that it was really nice and a thoughtful gesture, but I wouldn't be able to morally live with myself if we convened and someone got severely sick just because I wanted to party, which again, I didn't and would never, as I am extremely introverted. She said okay, and I thought it was done. I got a call the next day from my friend saying that my sister-in-law called her to say I'm not coming to the baby shower and that I, my friend, probably don't want to go since I wouldn't be there. My friend was super cautious, still is, and was only going to my baby shower to make me happy. She literally felt like she was risking her life. My sister-in-law told her safety precautions were going to be in place and that it would be outside. So she agreed. She called me surprised because she thought it was a surprise for me, but then my sister-in-law called and told her that I knew and that I wasn't coming. So I told my friend, yeah, I would never do this, and especially during a time like this, especially knowing who my family is. Unfortunately, literally no one in my family is healthy, high blood pressure, cancer, high cholesterol, heart issues, asthma, severe allergies, fragile bones, arthritis, just to name a few.
A few?
And this is just off the top of my head with the in-laws and my mom's side of the family. My friend and I hung up and I thought nothing of it. It's done. No harm, no foul, right? I literally thought she was making her calls to whoever she invited. Till this day, I don't know who, and it was over. Wrong. The next day, my older cousin texts me and tells me that since I didn't show up to the baby shower and I didn't want the homemade cupcakes, she would take them back home with her. And I said, what? You were invited? It's happening? How? I was shocked. I couldn't believe they had my baby shower without me. I felt terrible because she is another one who literally had not left her home since March. She worked from home. Her kids were home from school. Her wife also worked from home. She had groceries delivered. The works. Again, another person risking their life to please me, but it wasn't for me, especially knowing that they had the whole event without me. Didn't cancel anything, didn't follow any supposed protocols. I was immediately angry, immediately hurt, shocked, whatever feeling I likely had it, other than happiness. Till this day, I'm still confused as to how anyone would think it's okay to have a baby shower when the mother isn't present. Thankfully, I'm not angry, sad, or hurt anymore, but it's definitely still insane to me. My husband immediately went into defending his family. My cousin told my mom and aunt that I wasn't happy and what was going on, and they both called and tried to defend themselves. My mom particularly said, I wanted to celebrate my grandchild. You can't stop me from doing that.
Oh my God. What?
And she's right. I can't stop her from doing that, even though I think it's crazy. But do it at your own party with your own friends. Why make me aware of it at all, as though it was for me? I see this as a major betrayal. My mom and I have had a very tumultuous relationship. She has been physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually abusive. My aunt has defended her. My other aunt and grandmother think she can do no wrong. She's the one who told my sister-in-law to still have the party because according to my mom, I would show up. But my sister-in-law knew I wouldn't because 1, I told her, and 2, she told my friend I wasn't going to go, meaning my sister-in-law also knew I wasn't going to be there. 3, I gave my reasoning about COVID being bad at the moment, plus my other ailments. None of those stipulations had changed from one day to the other. My in-laws were confused as to why I was angry. Like it was no big deal that the person who you are literally having the baby shower for isn't there. As though they didn't treat me like a surrogate before. Here is more evidence. I blocked all of my in-laws. I also blocked my mom and my aunt, and I haven't spoken to them since. I wrote an email to my sister-in-law explaining why, with a long laundry list of things that were pretty similar to this, in the sense that they don't respect me, my boundaries, my generosity, and my willingness to always go above and beyond, and basically this is the respect I get. I don't need thank yous, I don't need you to respect me and consider my feelings, but nope, it's just about what they want. And they wanted to party, so party without me. My brother, who I still speak to, called me a week after the event to update me on his life. He went to the party, but he didn't know where he was going. My mom told him to jump in the car and told him she was going to a party. My brother didn't ask any questions, which is very typical of him. As they were driving, she told him that it was my baby shower, and he was immediately surprised. He said that this wasn't for my sister because if you knew her, you know that she wouldn't want this. My mom told him that I knew about it and nothing else. He decided to stay because he was moving out of the country and this was his last time seeing all of these people, at least for a long while. I still haven't seen him, so yeah, a long while. He said that they wanted to take a video to send to me, and every time they would pivot to him, he would ruin it, according to them, by saying, "This isn't for insert OP's name." Again, this fact only further proves that they were aware and they saw nothing wrong with what they were doing. After I blocked them, I have gotten many passive-aggressive things done to me. For example, when my son was born, my husband and kid and new baby all got gifts from one sister-in-law congratulating them, not me.
Okay.
Just them.
Okay. Calm down.
Another sister-in-law delivered donuts and coffee for my husband and toddler with a card saying, "For all of your hard work." As though they did anything. During the delivery, they constantly called to see if the baby was born, not to see how I was, so much so that my husband wasn't present with me, and I can't help but think it was on purpose. After the baby was born, our doctor advised that no one see our baby for at least 3 months, so we complied. My husband would often FaceTime, and I would constantly hear, "Oh, he has dimples like me," meaning my sister-in-law, when I literally have 2. Any feature of mine that was clearly mine, they would try and attribute to themselves or some long-lost relative of theirs. Very weird. When both my kids look exactly like me. Literally hair, color, texture, dimples, face, smile. I've been told that we look like twins by others. But of course, it's your uncle's kid. Sure. Now, anytime anyone asks why I'm not around, I get the dirty looks and comments, the really infuriating comments of, "But they're your family," are the worst. But I just grin and bear it. Anyway, that's my story. Am I the asshole? I don't think I am, especially given context and questions before I am asked. The baby shower wasn't a home, no venue to cancel or deposit they lost out on. Everything to my knowledge was refundable or theirs already. 2, my in-laws knew the rules as they were very on top of watching the news 24/7. 3, my mom and aunt work in another hospital, and although it's not patient care, they had to be constantly tested and follow the same procedures as the doctors, nurses, and medical staff. 4, I did not block anyone or go no contact solely because of this issue. It was merely the straw that broke the camel's back. It is like a light switch went off and I just realized the relationships no longer serve me, if they ever did. And 5, I've been in therapy for about 5 years, twice a week, to get over my crappy childhood.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting. I mean, reading that, listening to that freaking story, it just does not make any freaking sense. I just don't even know how somebody gets to a point to conceptualize the thought of, hey, I'm gonna have a baby shower without the person that's freaking. I don't understand. I don't understand. And for your husband to try to defend the undefendable, make any of this make sense. Can anybody explain the unexplainable? Number 4?
Yeah, actually.
Anything?
Actually, in the first half of the story, I'm not against the baby shower.
You're not. What about what
And
the hell are you even saying?
I think specifically because of the times, because of COVID, because of the specific situation it was in. As in a way, what the mom said I took some truth in that. Like, you can't tell me how I'm going to celebrate my granddaughter. It is very weird that she's not there at the baby shower. But also, OP's like very like cognizant of their health and cognizant of the disease and cognizant of what they want to do to protect other people. So I'm like, yeah, you don't have to do it. You don't have to be a part of this. If they still choose, because people were doing stuff during COVID that other people weren't doing, some people had different feelings on it. If they wanted to come together and have this gathering, that's on you. And I'm okay with that. I think it's weird, but I'm like, okay, you guys did this thing. Fine, that happened. What I have the problem with, and what turned it for me in the story, is their reaction after, where I'm like, okay, so there is something deeper than just this party, because the way they reacted to it, the way they treated her, the way they were like picking out the husband and like giving gifts to them, I'm like, okay, so there is something deeper in this thing. Because on his face, I'm like, it's a thing you didn't want to participate. There was many things that happened during COVID where people were like, let's do this thing. And I'm like, yeah, it's probably not good for me. And things that would probably be for me. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to participate that. They did it. Hey, that's that. But now hearing the entire story, I'm like, okay, there's definitely stuff in why they did that party that is shady to me. But at the beginning, I was like, I don't necessarily see the problem. Especially if they did gifts at the baby shower and they delivered the gifts at the end. Like, we all got together, got your gifts. Here's your gifts. You weren't there, but you got the benefits of a baby shower. I'm like, well, that's fine to me.
If you're saying, hey, this is OP's surprise baby shower. What?
Yeah, I feel like maybe don't use the party in her name then. Like, if she's not going to be there,
Yeah.
be
if you
come
know-
together for something else.
If you know, hey, number one, OP's super introverted. She doesn't like parties. Number two, she really, everybody knows she really did not want to do this baby shower. Everybody knew it. She made that common knowledge.
Number.
And then knowing that, you're like, oh yeah, we're throwing a surprise shower for OP. What the hell? How does that freaking make any sense to anybody? And then you have one sane thinker, the brother, who's like, hey, this is not for her because I know she would hate this.
Yeah.
What? Why are you even still having it? Why are we having?
Because we want to still get together and party.
Y'all get together and throw a barbecue.
Do it in a different. Don't do it in my name.
It does feel very like they're erasing OP just out of this entire her own pregnancy.
Yeah, which is
Because
weird.
we're gonna throw a baby shower. And really, a baby shower, the whole point of the baby shower is to shower the mom and to shower the baby. That's the whole point.
Which I still think can be done without her being there.
It can be, but it was branded completely wrong.
Yeah.
If it was a thing where the mom was like, hey, I know she really hates this type of thing, but let's do a thing where we just collect gifts and give them to her. They threw a whole party. Like, yeah, we're going to do a baby shower. I'm the grandmother, and essentially a baby shower for the grandmother.
Yeah. And I guess that's probably where I was thinking more towards of, we're having a party to collect things, and we're also going to have fun at the same time. And it's for her, basically. But she never mentioned gifts. So if they just had a party and just like, oh, it's a surprise, blah, 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 we're having fun, she's not here. I don't know.
Like you have her, have her friends coming out.
That is problem. The friends who had never
That's what
been
I'm saying.
out.
Everybody but the grandmother is expecting
for OP to be there.
Obviously, any sane thinking person would say, oh yeah, the mom's going to be here at this baby shower. She didn't do that. I feel like it was meticulous. And the grandmother being like, yeah, we're gonna throw this baby shower. It's gonna be a surprise baby shower, knowing damn well she was not gonna be at that freaking baby shower.
Okay, that's changed for me because I'm thinking as a guest, if someone told me there was a surprise baby shower and I got there and
she's not there, I would be hot as hell.
Yeah.
Who the heck is running this?
Top comment, definitely not the asshole. Going no contact with everyone would be a wonderful idea and bring peace to your life. Could divorce be an option to consider at this point too? I mean, shared custody and those people will obviously still have access to your children because of that, but only on his time. And Opie responded, my husband has gotten better. Our relationship is great now that I have nothing to do with them.
Yeah, I was going to say that the whole husband accepting all those things is probably more hurtful than the actual thing that happened, because it's after the fact you're seeing in real time, oh, they are blatantly disrespecting and disregarding my partner. And if you see that and accept that, you're also accepting that disrespect.
Because it's like, it would make me feel alone and like crazy. Because I'm like, does nobody else, I mean, thankfully she had the brother like you had said, but does nobody else see how crazy this is?
Right.
And then, you know, her partner in crime, literally.
Wait, what did they do together?
They had a baby. I don't know.
Chance ugly baby.
No, I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Oh.
That's what
Number four
said.
I thought you said that OP's baby was ugly because the partner in crime, and the only way that baby could be made was a crime scene.
Wow. Okay, so you saw that too, right? Like, I didn't say that at all.
I felt like that's what you said, but okay.
You really took that away, Sam. Number 4, sorry.
I think it was good that you went no contacts.
Yeah, I think always.
This is a crazy
protect
thing.
Your peace. You don't have to be around anybody, in my opinion. If someone's
They're senseless.
actively making your
Get them out of here.
Kick them out. I like
You're
that.
done.
I like kicking people out.
Yeah.
I don't actually. It's hard for me to kick people out, but I get the meaning for it and the reason for it.
When you're a boss, that's just what you gotta do. Yeah. You gotta make the hard decisions. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm the boss. And that's why you're
Hashtag
number 4.
STSL. You know what to do, commenters.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the middle of the episode of Comfort Level Podcast. I'm Madi, and just Madi, and it's 10 a.m. and Santa's coming to town. Oh, actually, Spotify's coming to town. We did the gift exchange a little bit earlier, and I feel like there wasn't enough stories for the episode, so I'm going to do a few more stories with you guys. We're going to listen to it. I definitely need some input in the comments because there's only one opinion here instead of 3 or 4. But yeah, so we'll open this a little bit more at the end of the episode. I'm just going to keep it here for now, but let's get back into these stories. Okay, so this next story is from r/2X chromosomes. My boyfriend is emasculated in my eyes. We went for his company Christmas party last night. As we were waiting for our Uber out on the sidewalk, I noticed a girl standing by herself, waiting for her ride on the corner. I didn't like that she was waiting by herself, so I was keeping an eye on her while we were outside talking. This drunk kid was roaming around talking to himself, and eventually I saw him go up to her. I was watching the whole time to see her body language and see if she was okay, and when I saw her walk away, I walked over there and my boyfriend followed. I just stayed in her general vicinity, and she walked over and asked if she could come wait with us, and I said, of course, and I came over because I didn't like that you were waiting by yourself and that drunk guy was bothering you. She was super appreciative, and we waited for her until her Uber came. As her Uber got there, the drunk guy walks straight up to it and opens the passenger seat and is trying to get in. I walk over there and I let the Uber driver know this guy is not with her and don't let him in the car. I tell the drunk guy to go away. This isn't his Uber, and trying to shove him off of the car, but he isn't budging. I look over and my boyfriend is still standing on the corner and looking at his phone to see when our Uber is coming. I call out to him to help, and he just stands there. Fed up, I go back inside the venue to find some guy bartenders who instantly drop their cleanup to come outside and help. My boyfriend just stood there the entire time and watched me fend off a drunk guy by himself. His defense is he doesn't know what people are capable of, and people can be dangerous. But he's perfectly okay with watching his girlfriend walk into that. I really don't know where to go from here, but I can't even see him as a man anymore if he's not going to protect me. This story is definitely frustrating to hear because I think you would hope that anybody in your life, whether it was a boyfriend, a friend, a parent, the moment that they see that you're fighting for something or trying to defend someone, you would hope that they would step in at the very least with their words or with their presence if they actually aren't going to like fight anybody. But just their presence sometimes can make people back down and intimidate them. And the fact that your boyfriend saw that you were trying to help somebody and fighting, even if it was very much fighting another guy, the fact that he didn't have any protectiveness over you to be like, hey, that's my girlfriend, or at the very least, if it's a friend situation, that's my friend. I'm going to come protect my friend because they need help. That's a big problem, that he's just willing to completely ignore you because he's either scared himself or whatever. Because it's not like he necessarily like has to jump in to be violent or aggressive to help the situation. It really could just be a matter of words, a matter of standing in between the guy and the girl, making sure the door is locked, getting her in the Uber, boom, boom, you separate from him. You and your girlfriend walk somewhere else. So I don't really care for his excuse. I appreciate that there was somebody that was willing to help, i.e. the bartenders, i.e. OP. Thank you, OP, for seeing somebody struggling or obviously uncomfortable and wanting to do something about it. And I think that's an insecurity that the boyfriend has that he's dealing with. That's on him. It reminds me of a show that I'm watching right now, The Ultimatum Season 3. And there's a guy on there, Scotty. Not the biggest fan of him. I'm not saying that there's not other people on the show that have problems. I'm saying for me, I can see right through Scotty. It seems like he's fake, but then when he gets called out, he loves to gaslight. I think his first trial partner was Zarina, and I really appreciated the fact that Zaina. I think it was Zaina. I really appreciated the fact that she could catch it. She caught it, she clocked it, and she threw it back. She gave it back, and I don't think he was expecting that, because you could tell from his first partner. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the premise of the show is basically like Temptation Island, if you've seen it, but partners come together who've been together for a long time, but one of them is holding back on getting married, and so they bring them here as like an ultimatum, which if Brandon were here, he'd be in a fit right now. Shout out to Brandon and Sam and SJ who were on the episode. And they bring their partner, and they basically switch partners with the other people that have come on the process. And they have a trial marriage with somebody else to potentially see what they would like in a partner, or see what flaws they have in themselves that they're like, oh, that's a problem, I need to work on that for my partner that I want to be with. Yeah, this guy Scotty with his original partner, he has a tone with her, a horrible tone. He raises his voice at her very quickly. And he gaslights her whenever she calls him out. And so his new partner, his trial partner, Zaina, when he would try to do that with her, because at first he had like a very good facade built up. Like he was very much like a man that you would want to be with. And then something would go wrong, and he would get very defensive really quickly, or very insecure. And he would just like constantly pick at like little things and not let stuff go, to the point where you seemingly just get exhausted. And you either get exhausted, or you know what it is, you clock it and you throw it right back, and then he'll stop. But those are really kind of the two things. Like if you don't understand maybe what's happening, or if you don't want to fight it, it's just exhausting to be around those people, because then eventually you just shut up to let them win, and they keep talking for like another 20 minutes. I say that to say Scotty in the ultimatum seems very insecure. And I think OP's boyfriend's response to this is also coming off as very insecure, of like, you're basically emasculating me. I didn't emasculate you. You see that in yourself by the situation, by you not responding. I didn't do anything. I asked you for help. You didn't give me help. I stood up for what I believed in. And when I feel like that wasn't enough and I needed a little bit more help and you didn't help me, I asked for someone else's help. That is you feeling emasculated because you didn't step in and help when you knew that you should have. That's not me projecting that on you. That is you projecting that on yourself, whether it's true or not. So tell me what you think, because I don't have anybody else here. So let me know what you think, because Husker's not listening. The next story is, we didn't volunteer to organize Secret Santa at work, so the men decided not to hold it at all. Okay, that's fine with me. I told you I'm not working. The way that you saw in this episode, Santa had the elves. Santa really is maybe having some labor rights being violated. So I get that. If you don't want to work, don't work. We didn't volunteer to organize Secret Santa at work, so the men decided not to hold it at all. I work in a male-dominated field. I only have one other female coworker out of a team of 15. In previous years, organizing Secret Santa has been a responsibility that silently falls onto our womanly shoulders. Even though we are also technical employees and such things are not in our job description, this year we decided not to volunteer to do it. We're too burnt out and underpaid to be doing any favors, especially not based on gender roles. So at our weekly meeting, my boss asked for a raise of hands of who would like to participate in Secret Santa. Most of the men raised their hands, but my female colleague and I did not. The boss did a double take and asked for a raise of hands again, clearly fishing for us to participate and jump into name taking and rule setting, but our hands remained in our laps. And then singled me out and asked if I was planning on participating, and I said no. Short and sweet. So without any protest from any of the guys, he said, okay, I guess we're passing on Secret Santa this year. Nice. I don't have to spend precious time cutting slips with names or spending the next month having them come up to me and asking who their recipient is because they forgot, and I get $30 back for myself. These men are too feckless and entitled to my labor to step up and organize an event they wanted to hold in the first place. And I love that for them. Bless their hearts. Earlier this month, the guys were saying that they have their wives buy the Secret Santa gifts anyway, so I feel like we've done them a solid too. Top comment. The actual audacity, though, that he didn't even ask any of the men to organize it. What the fuck? I'm sure that story is relatable to so many people, to so many women, of the silent labor that is done over the holidays. And I could not relate to that more right now in general. So I think, hey, this story worked out well. Like you said, it doesn't matter for you to have a Secret Santa party because it's all on you. So it's easier. It makes your life easier. I like the little comment about the audacity, because the audacity, somebody else in the comments, which I really like too, they said, I honestly would have asked a follow-up question as soon as the boss canceled. I know I'm not participating and I have no skin in the game, but why are you canceling when a majority of the group wants to do it? And then sit back, demure and mindful, waiting for the boss to come up with an answer that's not sexist. But I picked this story because it was very relatable to me. Not only Buddy, but Madi. And my family hosts during the big holidays. So for us, we celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas. And it ends up being specifically on our household to cater. I know people have a lot of different things, but the way our family does it, and it's kind of changed a little bit over time, but this is what it is right now, is the house that's hosting, which is our house, cleans up. They get most of the food. Some people maybe bring some sides, but it's not a big side. I think if you're offering it, but you're not expected to bring a side, you can literally just show up with the expectation that most of the Thanksgiving food is going to be there. I say that to say we're making a lot of things for holiday dinners, and a lot of the work is left on me and my mom, the women in the house. There was a period of time when my sister lived here, and I think she would help clean and maybe, every once in a while with some stuff, but really the big stuff was on my mom for a really long period of time. And as I got older, I could see that on her, and I wanted to help her because she literally was not enjoying the holiday, but you could see the obligation in her that she had to do it. And so over the past, I would say 4 or 5 years, I've slowly taken on more and more for her, which still is not equal to what she does and what she has always done for the house. I'm not sure how much of that I'm going to keep in. I was rambling for 5 minutes. But I say that all to say there's so much unpaid labor that a lot of people, but it ends up, and I'm not excluding the men that do this, but it's mainly women. It's a lot of expectation to be women doing this, but there can definitely be men doing this that feel this as well. But this unpaid labor of, I feel like I'm doing everything. I feel like people aren't being grateful because they expect it from me. It's not like, hey, I appreciate you doing this. It's like, you're supposed to be doing this. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, I'm not. And if that's the way you think it is, then I'm not doing it even more. Because as I've gotten older, I'm like, I really am I'm trying to, Mom, I know you're watching this. I've been trying to pull you out, girl. I've been trying to pull you out, okay? Because it just seems like the holidays are so much stress, and at the end of the day, when everybody's together and the food is made, it's good. But leading up to it, those few days, sometimes those hours, is so stressful. And it's kind of frustrating because there are men in the house that come over and they just sit around, or they mess around in the kitchen. They think they're being funny. You're not being funny. Personally, I don't know if you think that's funny. Personally, me, and I'm talking to one person in particular, you're not being funny. You're making a mess and I have to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? So it's honestly disrespectful, and you're looking me in the eye when you do it. That was to one person. So if you felt that, I'm sorry, that was to one person. And I'm keeping it in because I felt that in my heart. I might send it to him. It's not Brandon, by the way. It's family. It's my family. It's not Brandon. Brandon would never. Let me clarify that. Okay? Okay, anyway. I don't really have much to say about the story because I totally agree with her in the story. I think that's fair that she does that. And I saw with OP in this story, for me, it really feels like either we have to all be together for it to work or not. Because for me and my mom, I've been, like I told you, I've been trying to talk to her. I've been being like, Mom, let's take a break. Let's both take a break. We both have to stop because she's the driving force of what makes these holidays happen. If she wasn't here, if she wasn't doing it, it would not happen. You know, maybe eventually someone would step up in that place, but that's not necessarily fair of people having to do that when I just hope that if the next person does it, or eventually if she keeps doing it, it's easier. There's more weight taken off of her shoulders, and it's distributed not just to other women in the family. It's distributed to whoever is able to help and can bring something, will bring something, and it would be good. It's not going to be bad. But for this story, it had to be both of them for it to happen. Because I think if her or the other woman would have said something, it still would have happened and just would have been on that one person's shoulders. And maybe OP would have had guilt. Maybe she wouldn't have. But I only say that because when I told my mom, I said, I'm not going to do Christmas this year. She said, okay, that's fine. You don't have to worry about it. Because I told her how much stress it brought me and how uncomfortable, like it just ruined the holiday for me because nobody else is helping us. And she was like, that's fine. I'll do it. And I'm like, you're missing the point. You're not supposed to do it. You're supposed to stand up and basically protest with me. You're not supposed to do it. We're supposed to take a break. That's the point. But it means nothing. It changes nothing if not everybody is doing something. And I see that with this because she said that, and either it's like, okay, so either I do end up getting roped into helping her because nobody else is going to do it and I'm going to feel bad, or I stand my ground and I don't, and I protect myself, but I can see my mom struggling. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of a rock and a hard place. I'm happy for you, OP. I'm happy that you stood your ground and that is going to make a change. Whether that means it's completely gone, whatever. You don't have to worry about that, and that's what matters. So good on you, OP. And then as I'm fiddling with my hat, I have one more story to tell you guys about. And it's actually a happy story. I know, right? Something to end a little nice. Just something chill. Okay, so it's a really quick story. And it says, I saw a sweet entry in my husband's phone calendar. I wasn't snooping. He opened his calendar for something else, and I saw he had something marked today. Be available for support. And when I asked what that meant, he showed me that he's had that in his calendar to repeat every 28 days for 5 days because I get rough period symptoms. He's right on schedule, and he has also been to the store to grab some comfort snacks for me. This guy can't remember to take his own allergy medications. And then top comment said, the ADHD, I can remember when it's for someone else power. So I just wanted to end on something sweet there. But let's get to this package from Spotify. Thank you, Spotify, for sending this to us. The boys aren't here to see it, but I already showed them a picture of what it is. Spoiler alert, I already opened it, but I wanted you guys to see it. So let's open this. There is like cool looking fake snow, but I'm also trying not to get in the carpet. So I'm going to move it to the table. And once I pull everything out, I'll show you. Okay. So I got it open. And I just wanted to show you what Spotify sent. So they sent us a little note first. Happy holidays from Spotify's content partnerships team. Wishing you a wonderful holiday season and continued success in the new year. So thank you, Spotify, for sending us this. We have a candle. I love me some candles. I'm not good at descriptions, but it gives citrusy. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's very citrusy. This next one, I might try one or two, but I'm saving it for the boys. In this nice little package. Probably bring that up here. We have some candy. Sour elderflower fish. I've never tried that before. I will be needing to try it, but then I will let the boys have it or whatever. But I'm going to save it for when they're here. And then this one is a sweet wild strawberry fish. That actually sounds pretty good. So that's our candy that we have. And then the last thing they sent us. The last thing they sent us was this nice little soft little baggie that says Spotify on it. I thought it would be a pillow or pillow. It's actually, we got a little sleep mask here. And then we have a nice little blanket for Buddy the Elf. So I will be confiscating that. Thank you so much. Putting that on right now. And yes. Thank you for these gifts. I also just wanted to say, I know it's not fully the end of the year yet, but now that I have you guys and nobody else can stop me, I just wanted to say, whether you watched us, whether this is your first time watching us or you've watched every episode, I just want to say thank you for watching Comfort Level Podcast, whether it's the stories, whether it's the people, whether it's somewhere in between. We really appreciate you guys watching. We really are so grateful for where we've started off. I think maybe 2 years ago, coming up on 3 years. It's really amazing to see the growth on the channel across platforms. We've grown a lot on Facebook, which is amazing. We've grown a lot on Spotify and of course here on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching us. That's the episode. I'm going to send you back to us all together, and I'm going to see what Buddy the Elf can edit out of this, because I think it was like a 3-hour recording of just this. This is thankfully only 35 minutes. So that's it for us over here. Hope you enjoyed the extra stories. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. It was a little weird for me, I will say, but now that I'm talking, it doesn't feel as weird. Bye! It's your birthday and I know you wanna wild out. That's the song that was in my head.
That was good. I haven't heard that in a while.
I know you want it. Testing, 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 testing.
Whoa, nigga, what you got an eyebrow on, man?
What the
Girl,
hell
your
are you
husband was
talking?
staring me dead in my eyes. I'm like, I almost punched this dude.
So the now, Sam.
Oh, that's
he's
crazy.
just a pup.
The way he stared does not.
He's just a pup.
Oh my god.
You're a grown adult. Have some control,
Okay, that's cool.
please.
He grown too.
Yeah, he's just but he looks like a pup.
Yeah.
So have some respect for the look-alike pup.
Maddie's holding on so hard to his puppy hood.
Oh. What was that?
What?
Oh, it's a noise. That's a freaking. It's probably something's falling over on the, because of the wind. Something's falling over on the deck right now, and I gotta clean it up later. I can't tell you how many times the grill has fallen over, and I have to pick up all the freaking pieces of.
That was a terrifying noise.
It really was.
It's scary, yeah. But now that I know what it is, so that's why I'm not scared. But otherwise, I would be scared.
Because I'm like, I said, oh,
There's something outside.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving.
It's literally the wind fighting through the stuff on our porch.
It almost sounded like somebody opened the.
Yeah.
Yep, that's definitely what it sounded like. That's what I felt it was.
Who's here?
Oh, maybe it's mom. Shout.
Mama G.
Please.
Mama G. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yes.
We were trying to figure out what that noise
We
was.
just heard rustling. We're like, someone's in the house.
Oh my
And
god.
you didn't answer to Mama G. I'm like, that's not Mama G.
No. It was
like,
Oh my gosh. Kat.
I was like, I thought it was the wind because I could barely hear it, but I was like,
Sam.
it sounds like the wind being pushed through.
Yeah.
Sam was not okay. He,
This is,
I don't want to mess up those guys' stuff. So yeah, kiss me.
and your dad's a creep, buddy, if I'm being honest.
my dad's mean and cold hearted, but he's not a creep.
I feel like that's a definition of a creep. Both mean and
My dad's
cold-hearted.
mean and
That's
cold
pretty-
hearted and likes to look at the ladies and men, but he's not a creep. He's not a freaking creep. Number 4.
Okay, buddy. I think
Tap that thing, man.
Tap that thing, man. Tap
And
that
family.
Tap that. Tap that thing, man. Tap that. Tap that. Tap that thing, man. Tap that. Tap that. Tap that thing, man. Tap that. Tap that. North Pole. On a pole. North Pole. On a pole. We are North Pole. On a pole. With
Slide down
Rudolph,
that pole.
with Thor, with Santa Claus.
Hey.
I wish I got real shoes, Santa. That was too far.
So, thank you, number 4, and Rudolph and Santa for meeting me.
No problem.
See you guys next week. Make sure you're commenting, and subscribing. What is it?
STSL. Santa the
STSL.
Slumlord.
Let's not do that, guys.
You know what to do.
You know what to do. See you guys.
Don't do that.
Bye. Bye, guys.